Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Fields going to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw, Fields.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fields now to throw.
It's caught by Mike Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Play action. It's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Interesting, this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Raiders had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but we're getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Harris. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Najee Harris,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown, Raiders!
Xander Horvath,
29 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Los Angeles.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
From the 50, here's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Down inside the 10.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Xander Horvath, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Fields. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Fields.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we you've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
Beckham will go in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They're going right back to Hamler.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler.
30, 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. K.J. Hamler.
67 yards.
And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields. And this one too low.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Fields. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. But he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Najee Harris
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Raiders just continue to roll.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, it's Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a...
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Slot man moves right.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Fields.
Touchdown!
Tommy Tremble.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to at least get one score back.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but that's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Chargers.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
On 1st down, Fields.
He's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, sprinting, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got Bellinger. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. Trucks over him. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to throw now on first down.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down, this is Harris. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas,
it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.